This is a traffic jam. It's that in the third. Traffic jam. Doing this, that in the third. It's that in the third. Doing this, that in the third. It's that in the third.
Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King, the third. And as always, I have my lovely co-hosts with the most by my side, Miss Rici Pieci, the one and only.
Hey, y'all.
And we thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another dope episode of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life. Literally. Now, we're going to begin the show in the best fashion we know how, and that's with shouting out our sponsors, beginning with none other than Maker's Mark. Shout out to everybody making their mark in respective lanes and or industries.
And then we have Mountain High. Climb your way to the top.
Straight like that. So shout out to Gary and Greg for always pulling up, popping out, pulling up, and putting on in that order. And now we're going to begin with some new news for all our new news. So Miss Rici, what's topping off our news segment this week?
First of all, we have to say happy birthday!
Hey! What you mean? What you mean? I don't even know what that dance was called, but it was popular back when I was born.
It was.
Yeah. Can we slow clap our brother in?
Yeah.
Man, celebrate yourself. If don't nobody else celebrate you, celebrate yourself, man. And this birthday, the 40th, is all about self and other love. It's all love to you, from you, through you. Let's get it.
Okay. So, what's the name of that new variant again? Omicron?
Oh, Mariana.
Is it?
Omicron.
Omicron. It's here in Chicago.
Hey, want to slow clap a minute? Oh, no. Please, man, do it. Man, nah, forget Omicron, dog. But I did hear, I guess the silver lining in it all, it might be more contagious but less deadly. Is that with most variants?
Well, I just want to point out that the person who got it, fully vaccinated, and had the booster shot.
Because they vaccinated against a different variant. And they boosted against a different variant as well.
Well, I'm just saying it because y'all president, not mine, is pushing this vaccination and boosters.
Right.
So
he said, and get your polio shots while you at it. Like, bro, that thing has come and gone, dog. We're not on 19 no more. We're on.
Why you keep doing that?
Cause there's a little stupid ass dance that carry him out right before that shit. And this nigga was like the Omarion challenge. I can't do it, but that's my rendition. So what should we look out for? You said wash your hands, social distancing, masking up. What we doing?
So I feel like people stop washing their hands, don't y'all?
Stopped?
Yes.
You feel like people stopped washing their hands? When?
You don't feel like that?
I have never stopped washing my hands.
Do y'all feel like that?
No. Everybody washes their hands pretty frequently.
I feel like...
When you're in women's washrooms, you're not seeing hands being washed? What are you talking about?
Okay, so I do see people wash their hands. Right, but not...
Calm me down.
You're supposed to wash them for 20 plus seconds.
I now say my alphabet. A, B,
yeah, you gotta do something, right?
And I do the outro piece, like, now I know my, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I get my 20 seconds in.
But I do feel like the beginning it was wash your hands. Don't touch this. Don't put your hands in your face. Don't do this. And I feel since we've opened back up.
Yeah, niggas have been very.
People are doing this.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'm good.
Or
here's your food.
Or give me some sanitizer. Just, come on. So
yeah.
I just feel like the
cleanliness level has dwindled.
Stepped back.
Yeah. I can see that. Because ash is real, bro. Like, what I have noticed is that the more that we're washing our hands, the more cracked and corroded our hands seem to be. You got to have more lotion. You got to have more whatever, ointments and shit. And I think that sometimes people are just like, you know what? I'm good. Oh, you got something on your face. That nigga, he quick to touch your ass. Yeah, but, we do got to stay clean.
Yeah.
Cleanliness is next to godliness. Yeah. Masking up. We still doing masks. We still doing N95s or we N96s? What we doing? Is there anything better than an N95 or is that still the standard?
No, but everybody ain't walking around with no N95.
Niggas walk in the store like, man, gee, can I get Bro, that is not a mask, bro.
I do. Like, sometimes you forget and I'm like, because it's annoying sometimes. Yeah. But whatever. So, so it's here. So be careful. I don't know.
But you're saying we're not going to have another shutdown? Regardless.
No, they're not shutting down. So to go to the next story, inflation. We talked about inflation.
We did.
Rising, right?
Talk about the dollar stuff. We coming to $2 stuff.
So employers are asking for more wages, right? They're asking for an increase in their pay.
So the minimum wage, or just across the board, regardless of how much
the
they make, they
board.
want to keep up with inflation.
Across the board.
That
And
makes
so
sense.
they are giving a 3.9% raise.
To everyone, or just white people?
Well, it says everyone, all employers, the current workforce, right?
Current
2022, it plans to jump 3.9%, but inflation jumped 6%.
So we only halfway there. Y'all niggas only half in poverty now.
So my and the crazy thing is, people, they're doing this because they want people to come back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're noticing is the tenure employees are like, well, if that person's making the same amount I'm making, I should be making more. So
it's the slippery slopity, and it's cutting into people's profits. But businesses are profiting, therefore, don't become profiteers and not, remember that you need a workforce in order to have your supply meet your demand.
So we'll see about that. Then I watched On The View yesterday. So I don't know if you
That's with Shirley Shepard.
She wasn't on there.
Is that Whoopi Goldberg?
Whoopi.
Okay.
So Governor Gavin Newsome of California, I personally like him.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the Shop LeBron show.
Okay. Is he black?
No, he's white.
Okay.
But he a cool white guy.
Trying something new.
And
like, what he doing in the shop?
yeah, that
Did
was.
he get cut?
He did. But he had a re-election. And so a lot of people wanted to push him out. He got reelected, so he's back in there. So he was on the show kind of updating people about California. Their numbers are down, and he's like, everybody's surprised.
Their COVID numbers are down?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he did say, of course, we have this new variant, and we're going into the holiday season, so we don't know, things could change or whatever. But so he was speaking to that.
Right.
Didn't know, in the conversation, didn't know he was dyslexic. The governor of California.
What does that mean?
Has dyslexia, so he
that's still Huxtable
reads
disease, right?
Backwards, right? Or words move, letters move.
Damn.
Come to find out, as he was talking about it, Whoopi
is also
has dyslexia, and she didn't really learn how to read until like late teen adult.
Yeah.
Right and so he asked.
But she was a slave though, so she has like an excuse. She wasn't allowed to read. I'm thinking of Color Purple.
Slave.
I'm thinking of Color Purple.
Yes.
She portrayed the hell out that character.
Role.
Okay.
So he asked her how was she able to read the teleprompter, and she said she struggled with that for a very long time. She had to get a special coach to help her. But she said what she's really good at is you tell her what you want her to say, and she memorizes it.
People don't give enough credit to the fact that lack of resources creates creativity and innovation. You know what I'm saying? So like. How they said Ray Charles used to feel the wrist of a woman to see if she was beautiful. Stevie Wonder made you pay him in singles, so you're not finna finesse. Like, okay, you can give me 100, you know what I'm saying? You can give me all my money in singles, and if any of them are more than $1, then you overpaid me. But you're not finna fake like you give me hundreds. Right. So I feel like people get creative in those spaces. I think that we don't have to suffer in silence, though. Like, man, speak up to somebody, maybe not on public, but like speak up to somebody and get the help that you need, because I think there's a lot of people that are undiagnosed with shit. Like I feel like I have borderline dyslexia, dog. Like when I'm reading, okay, I'm fluid with it, man, but then when I get to reading out loud,
really?
I'll be like, but I can read it in my head. But when it translates onto reading out loud, I'm not the best a loud reader. Not the best. I'm a smart ass motherfucker though, so it's kind of like. You would think a nigga with a master's degree is like well read. It's like, no, I struggle.
That's probably why you speak really well.
And
you
I struggle.
Overcompensate.
And I struggle with names, dog. Like the names of people, I just don't be like if it's not an American name or a common name, I'm like Rici. Like I would never really be able to phonetically pronounce a name without your help or telling me like, how do you say this name? Yeah, so when I be hosting the sofars and stuff, I'm like, hey, how you say that? How you say that?
I gotta you probably have to say it a few times.
Yeah, I gotta like Anna Fofana that shit. You know what I'm saying? Rhymes with, motherfucker. But that's nothing to be embarrassed about.
No.
Because I'm still a cold ass nigga. I just can't read aloud very well.
That sounds so bad. So the governor was like, obviously back then they didn't have maybe all the things that they have in place to test or diagnose for those things. But he said eventually his mom, got help and they figured out what his issue was. So he is seeing it in his 2 kids and they're falling behind in school. And so he came out with a children's book to promote like just healthy learning, that everybody's different, and all kids process it. So it was just good to hear it coming from a governor, right, who struggles with the learning disability. Then Whoopi, and Whoopi pointed out, she was like, a lot of great creatives have learning curves and learning disabilities.
Floyd can't read for shit.
Well,
but he got Billboard Baggington. Like, everybody want Floyd money. He can read numbers. He's not numerically illiterate.
He can't read for real.
He cannot read from what I hear. I don't know the guy, but you know what I'm saying? I heard 50 poke fun of him for not being able to read. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some artists out there that probably can't smell. Like, could you imagine a motherfucker like, is dinner ready? What dinner? Nigga, this nigga can't smell very well. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different. Everybody's unique.
Yeah.
You know, but we all the same in that.
But yeah, so I just thought that was dope. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to dyslexia. Shout out to learning, differentiated learning. I'll just say it like that. Meet the kids where they at. Meet the adults where they at too, because they grown kids.
And last but not least, so I really think they asked Governor Newsome if he was going to run for president, right? Because we really have to start thinking about who we're going to put.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Biden. Is he still alive?
And what the hell is Kamala doing?
Cam. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody about this earlier. Did you know that she became the first black female president when he went under the knife and had to go unconscious to get some type of surgery procedure? And then he had to sign over, the power of attorney to the country.
This?
Exactly. But she was the first black female president for a stint while he was in surgery. I think it was just like a root canal, but you know what I'm saying. Again, what is she doing? Besides making history that doesn't really count for shit.
I was talking about this with another black woman, and it was like, and we both kind of said this. We knew this would happen. She won for the optics. Mm-hmm. She's an AKA. She went to Howard. Oh, she's a black woman. Yeah, she's the first black woman. Yeah, but she also was a prosecutor that prosecuted a whole bunch of blacks.
You were going to say a prostitute. Sorry.
No.
I was about to say, damn. Talk about a career change. And I agree with you, though, because I remember my baby girl had on a shirt that said, my vice president looks like me. And it's like, how do you know? When's the last time you seen her? You know what I'm saying? What does she look like? So I get it.
I just feel like she hasn't, I mean, and don't get me wrong, she's been doing stuff, right. But what? What exactly?
Is it impactful stuff?
Yeah, what exactly?
Is it black stuff? Is it woman stuff?
Right.
Is it black woman stuff? Or no?
No.
Or no?
I think we just need to be thinking about who's next, because they did vote in Senate. It was like 52 to 49 to remove that mandate. The vaccine.
Woman? Oh.
And of course, Biden is going to veto it, but you had two Democrats jump over to the Republican side to like, hey, so I just feel like he's not going to get back in because they are not with that mandating the vaccine.
He's not the guy. He's not the guy. But I think that about wraps us up for new news on this week's episode of This, That, and the Third. Literally.
This is a Traffic Jam. This, that, and the third. Traffic Jam. Doing this, that, and the